Okay, today is July the 11th, 2016, and right now at 10:15 p.m. in the foothills of Los Angeles, we have a temperature of 66 degrees. The relative humidity is 72%. The dew point is 57 degrees, and we have a barometric pressure of 29.93, which is steady. All right, so we're watching the Northeast Pacific water vapor loop, and we're keeping an eye on Celia right here, Hurricane Celia right there. And we have another developing disturbance, which is now a tropical depression. Let's go ahead and take a look at the National Hurricane Center map, and we can see that 5E is the latest tropical depression to be identified. And this storm has winds of 35 miles per hour. We have core pressure of 1,007 millibar, and the storm is moving west-northwest at 9 miles per hour. Now, Celia is a Category 2 hurricane right now. 100-mile-per-hour winds, core pressure of 972 millibar, and moving west-northwest at 10 miles per hour. So that storm has picked up some strength overnight. And let's go ahead and take a look at the big map, and we can see that this is a fairly large storm. Looks like it has an eye wall, and they're being very careful about allowing us to see the blast patterns on this, but they are hitting this storm. They're allowing it to develop, just like Hurricane Blas. They allowed that system to spool up to a Category 4 before they started hitting it. Now, the other thing that's going on here is we have this upper level low pressure, which has been sitting here for over a week. And if we take a look at this up close in the SSEC water vapor map right here, we can see that there is quite a bit of clockwise rotation right in the center of this system, and that would indicate that they are hitting this with a transmitter. We have descending air, which is always clockwise in the northern hemisphere. Right here we see that clockwise rotation right there on the core of that, and then we have some moisture here developing as it winds into this area of low pressure. Right here, this is an upper level low, but right in this area we see clockwise rotation. And this system is located just northeast of the Hawaiian Islands right here. So it looks like we can see that detail here on the screen right now. That's very obvious high pressure. So they're forcing high pressure into that core, and that is going to weaken the system and maintain they will be able to maintain control over that upper level load. And also the transmitter isolates this system. We can see that there's really nothing getting into this core, much like this system over here is completely isolated. We have a transmitter all the way around that as well. So let's take a look at the rainbow map. We can see that each of these systems is isolated. Both of these upper level low pressures are completely isolated from the jet stream flow, which is there's not much jet stream flow. We have something here moving down and winding into this other low pressure up here near the Aleutian Islands. All right, let's take a look next at the East Pacific water vapor loop. We can see Hurricane Celia right here, and we do see a blast pattern right along the northern edge of that system right there. That's a fairly good blast pattern. Also right along here we can see the icicle pattern as well. And that's from the superheated water vapor shooting out of this core. When they hit this with microwave, it instantaneously heats the water vapor, and that water vapor expands rapidly, and we see these patterns that emerge from the core of the storms. All right, and also over here we can see that this tropical depression is also being hit. This has a blast pattern right along the western edge. All right. And also notice what's going on here. The monsoonal flow is completely reverse direction. It's now moving due south. And that is because of the high pressure that's been installed all through this area, the mid part of the country, and also all through this entire area of California all the way out to Texas. And that is forcing all this weather to the south. It's just pushing it away. And it looks like all this will merge. It's going to move out into the eastern Pacific. We can see that happening, and that'll merge with this tropical depression right there, which I think was 5E. Okay. So this is odd. The monsoonal flow always moves up from Mexico and into Arizona, New Mexico, and California, but not yesterday or today. That's all changed. Also, take a look right here. Let's go back to this big map here. We can see that high pressure has been installed all through this area, and we can see the imprint of that right here. There's actually a dish-shaped feature right here. We have this point right there. So kind of, it's like a dish shape right here. Big indent in the side of that hurricane. That would indicate that there's very strong high pressure installed right here to maintain some separation, possibly between these two systems, but also maybe to push this storm along to get it to move, because we've got this storm here plus all this monsoonal moisture which is being forced back. So this may be an effort to basically bulldoze this system along. If we go back to the hurricane center map, we can see that this is poking along at 10 miles per hour, and this one here is moving at 9. All right, let's take a look at the the infrared loop, and we can see a fairly large eye wall in this system here, Celia. Now this one over here is not quite organized, but it's getting there. We can see a little bit of organization, some rotation developing right there. And it looks like maybe they're blowing this system apart. They're superheating this storm right here. Looks like it's not definite. I don't see. Take a look at the visible light mode. It looks like they've got there's a blast pattern right on that southeast corner. They are blowing that apart right there. And also we see photoshopping along the tops of these thunderstorms along here. So they are targeting those as well. Otherwise they wouldn't be photoshopping. Also there's photoshopping right over the core of this system, of course. And this one right here, 5E. Okay. Let's take a quick look at the jet stream map. There's not much of a jet stream. There hasn't been for several days, so I have not been showing this map. Very little jet stream flow to report here. There's just a little bit of high-speed airflow right through these areas in gray. All right, here's the sea level pressure analysis, and we can see the high pressure that's been installed here. It's still all in place right here, still sitting in place. We have that we have a low pressure up here, which is forecast to maybe drop down into California. This is what I was hearing tonight. We'll have to see what happens. I doubt that'll get beyond Northern California, if at all. Let's take a look at the 500 millibar map. We have the upper level low right out here near Hawaii. This is the system that has the clockwise rotation going on right in the core. So there is a transmitter focusing right in this area, but they're not showing that here on this 500 millibar map, which is about 18,000 feet. We have these two upper level lows here. These are moving. This is supposed to drop down, but there's all high pressure all through here. Indicated right here, this is all high pressure, and that is in preparation for these two hurricanes down here. Well, this one hurricane, this will be a hurricane probably in a day and a half. Okay, here's the 300 millibar map. We can see all that high pressure all through here. And then we have this upper level low, and there is no mention of the clockwise high pressure that's going on here. There's no indication of any high pressure, but they're not accurately depicting the pressure right there. And the proof again is right here. Take a look at this map. This is the SSEC geostationary satellite water vapor map, and right here we can see that clockwise rotation right there. There is some development here, we can see that, but this is on the periphery of this low pressure area right up here. So they are hitting this with a transmitter, there's no doubt about that. We've got descending air, clockwise rotation right there. All right, so that's the report for tonight, and we'll just leave it here, and we will do another update tomorrow.